All right, Lauren, we'll see you then. Looking for a job can be stressful, right? But now it's even worse because fake job offers are one of the fastest growing scams in the U.S. Tonight, 12 News journalist Tricia Hendricks has more on how these scams work.
When you get a text, somebody offering you a job, you feel like, oh, somebody likes you.
Susan Tompor recalls getting a text that sounded appealing earlier this year. The person claimed to be a recruiter from a major employment site and was ready to offer her a work-from-home position that paid up to $1,000 a day.
Somebody likes your work, they've noticed your talent.
But Susan is a journalist and knew the offer was a scam because the sender wanted to talk on the encrypted messaging platform WhatsApp.
Everyday recruiters are not going to talk to you by an app. They aren't using messaging apps, where they can do some hiding. They're not going on Telegram or WhatsApp or Google Chat.
Honestly, I get about 2 or 3 of those a week.
It happened to Paul Keener, a cybersecurity strategist for GuidePoint Security.
Anytime that there is an opportunity to get money or credentials or something like that because somebody lost their job and so now they're kind of in a desperate situation, or maybe not desperate but unexpected.
He says anytime there's a natural disaster, workers are at risk of becoming a victim too.
That's what they're looking for and waiting for people to be focused on that and not focused on looking at the details of emails or SMS attacks.
They have a threat intel report that tracks people doing these kinds of scams they put out once a quarter.
We saw a 25% increase about that from 22 to 23. We're seeing a similar sized increase from 23 to 24. We're talking over $180 million increase.
So how do you determine whether it's a scam or a legitimate job offer?
Never single source your job hunt.
He says do your research on the company and determine whether they're actually hiring.
Try your best to identify a legitimate source for the information, whether it's the website for the company or alternatively where you are going through a reputable recruiting firm.
And if you're ever involved in a scam where money is involved, he says report it to your bank, local law enforcement, and finally the FBI.
On the FBI's IC3 website.
In Susan's case,
I know that the scammers, these are elaborate crime networks.
She was able to avoid this scam by following the advice experts like Paul recommend. Think twice before accepting a job offer, especially if it sounds too good to be true. In Phoenix, Tricia Hendricks, 12 News.
You can also report supposed scams at the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov.